It's 2024, more people are drinking mocktails than ever before, and I make mocktails on my page, so why don't I teach you the step-by-step process that goes through my brain when creating a mocktail. Mocktails are actually relatively simple to create, and it's a lot like making a cocktail except no booze. So what I decide first, and what you need to decide first, is what do you want from your mocktail? Are you making a themed drink? Do you want something really sweet? Do you want something tropical, exotic? You have to decide the flavor and design that you're going for this drink. And today I want to make a Froakie mocktail. He's one of the best Pokemon out there. I feel like Gen 6 Pokemon are severely underrated, and I just don't think they get enough love. They haven't even got enough love on my page, so this is my apology. So today we're gonna make Froakie, and he's gonna be the blueprint for making your own mocktails at home. All right, so when you're making your mocktail, the first thing you have to decide is a flavor profile. Now, Froakie's a water type. He's kind of a, fun, bubbly little frog. I feel like grape juice would be perfect, but grape juice, usually purple, red, whatever color. I got some white grape juice, and that's gonna be the base of our Froakie cocktail. You want juice, that's gonna be a lot of your flavor. You can add it through syrups and whatnot, but the juice is gonna be one of the stronger flavor profiles. So let's start with 3 ounces of that. Next, you're gonna wanna sweeten your mocktail, because if you just have juice, something like a pineapple juice, sure, that's fine on the rocks, but when you wanna balance it with citrus or something like that, it's gonna be more on the acidic side and not as well balanced. So we're gonna next add something sweet. We're thinking Froakie. Froakie is a lovely water Pokemon if you didn't know by now. I feel like ocean blue lemonade is a, water ingredient, if you will, without just simply adding water. And plus it's blue, just like Froakie, you know me. I am always about the appearance of my drinks. And it doesn't stop right now just because I'm teaching you how to make something. So let's add 3 ounces of our ocean lemonade. And this is extremely sweet. I mean, Calypso makes great stuff, but it is sweet. So I think this is the perfect kind of example of, instead of using a syrup, use a sugary liquid. And like I was just saying, here's where you want to keep it balanced. I'm gonna add fresh citrus in the form of a lemon because we're already using a lemonade. I think lemon juice fits in there perfectly. This is gonna be about 1/2 ounce to 3/4 ounce. You don't actually need as much citrus for balance when you're making a mocktail because you're not fighting alcohol, you're just fighting sweetness. So if you didn't want to add citrus, you could always do something a little bit more tart, like a pineapple juice. Depending on, if you're making mocktails for an event or something like that for adults, you might want to add bitters, maybe even kombucha, but those do still have small traces of alcohol. So if you want a truly non-alcoholic, alcohol-free cocktail, you can't add bitters. You can't add kombucha, despite what some people might think. There's still alcohol in there, and you have to double check that with your guest. You can't just serve someone a drink with bitters and kind of say, oh, it's like 90% non-alcoholic. It's either non-alcoholic or it's not, in my opinion. So now that we have all our ingredients ready to go, it's time to shake this up. I've said it before, but if you're new to the channel, here's a little tidbit when making your mocktails at home. You don't want to shake ice cubes like your freezer ice, like I'm using right now, which isn't garbage, despite what everyone says. You're gonna wanna only shake for 10 to 15 seconds, 20 to 30 for a large cube. You don't wanna over dilute it, especially when you're making a mocktail. You don't want a bunch of water in there. You want the flavors of the white grape, ocean lemonade, whatever you mixed, that's what you want. You don't want it watered down. So let's pour this out. But we're not done yet. Yes, I have a beautiful blue mocktail, right? And it tastes delicious. Wow, that's extremely good. Wow. I'm more excited about that than I thought. I nailed the color, right? I nailed it. That's Froakie. I even got the stem glass, he kind of sits like a little frog. So when it comes to a mocktail, I think it's extremely important to go over the top. You're not trying to just serve something passable. You're trying to go over the top. So Froakie, if you've ever seen him, Ivan, you know who Froakie is? You son of a... Froakie is an amazing frog that's a water Pokemon, and he has this almost like scarf of bubbles. I honestly don't know what it is. If you do, tell me in the comments. He has a scarf of bubbles though, and it's white, so why not throw some whipped cream on top, represent that, and then he doesn't really have it, but I feel like just a couple blueberries on top really playing with all the other little dots going on. That is Froakie. And that is how you make a mocktail, guys. Let's give that a taste. I mean, I already tried it, but. Now, a lot of people are afraid of mixing dairy and citrus. Don't be afraid, embrace it, it's delicious. Creamy lemonade, it doesn't get better than that. White grape is one of the most underrated juices out there. This should be in every mocktail, every cocktail in some form, because here's the best part, it's clear, so when you're making that drink, you don't have to worry about, oh, what's the color gonna end up being? Because had I mixed this with a regular grape juice, I don't have Froakie, I have some weird brown looking thing that's not good. You eat with your eyes, and we have definitely feasted here with Froakie. Those are really the simple steps to making a mocktail. If you do think you're gonna make something at home, let me know. If you need help creating it, if you wanna make your own mocktails, let's see if I can help you create something awesome, but that's really all there is to it when it comes to making a mocktail. I hope you guys make something awesome at home. See you guys in the next episode.